welcome back to Queen's Fashion YouTube channel. So today I'm going to be showing you how to encase with plastic boning and Regilene boning. Okay, so this is the one I have done. This is the one I've done. I've encased all these parts. Can you see? I've done all these parts. Here is it. I hope you can see it. So you can see, let me turn it upside down so that you can see it very well. The top was joined, on the right side. Okay, it means that the right side of this blouse, let me show you very well so that you can understand. Okay, it's just like you want to use this method, this French seam method to shape your dress. The first thing you are going to do is to place the right side, the wrong side, and the wrong side facing each other. You are going to shape it on the right side. Okay, so this is what I have done here. Okay, so I have shaped this top now on the right side. Can you see? So after shaping it on the right side, this is what I did. I encased it with plastic and Regilene boning. So this is what I'm going to be showing you in this video. Okay, now this is where I'm going to show you now. Can you see this side seam? Can you see the side seam? So the side seam also was shaped outside. Let me show you the wrong side. This is how the wrong side is going to be. Can you see the wrong side? The wrong side is going to be knit like so. Can you see? It's going to be knit like so. Can you see? So it means that the seam allowance is going to be on the right side. Can you see? So after that, you are going to trim it off, but be careful not to cut into your seam. Okay, so having done that, the next thing is for me to bring in the tool net I will be using to encase. Okay, so here is the tool net there, sealmate, and this is what you are going to do. Make sure your tool net is 4 layers. Okay, make sure it is 4 layers, even 6. Here I have 6 because this is a skin tone net. Let's assume is another color. You might not need up to 6 layers of tulle. Okay, but for me here I'm using 6 layers. Okay, so I'm just trying to arrange it well. So now I'm done with the arrangement. As you can see, now you may want to ask, what is the length of this tulle? Okay, now the length of the tulle should be the length of your blouse. Okay, where you've sewn already, this part you've joined together, this side seam. Can you see? You are going to measure it on the right side. This part you've already sewn. Can you see? From this armhole part, you are going to measure it all the way down. Okay, so you are going to take the measurement from this armhole part. You are going to measure it all the way down. Can you see? Can you see? Any part of the dress you want to encase, just make sure you take the measurement this way. Okay, and make sure you take it to the length. Can you see the length here? Make sure you take it to the length. So here I have 15 inches here as the length. Okay, so here now my two nets length is 16.5. Can you see? Even 17 inches. You don't need to fret. Okay, just leave it that way. It's even better. And the width is 2.5 inches. Can you see? I have 2.5 inches here. Now that we are done with that, you are going to bring in your Regilene boning. Okay, make sure your Regilene boning is 0.5 inch wide. Okay, so that your plastic boning will pass through it easily. So here is it. I have 0.5 0.5 inch of Regilene boning. Can you see? So I also have my plastic boning here. Remember I said we are going to encase with both Regilene and plastic boning. Can you see? Here is my plastic boning, and the plastic boning is 0.25. Now remember, the length of the blouse we measured was 15 inches. Now the boning should be 15 inches minus 1 inch. Why are we subtracting that 1 inch? Is to leave half-inch allowance on the hemline and half-inch on the armhole part, so that we can be able to fix our sleeve. Then on the hemline, you'll be able to also hem the top. Okay, so you have to leave your seam allowance. So here, instead of cutting 15 inches or length of boning, I'm going to cut just 14 inches. Okay, so here is it. I'm going to measure it now. Can you see? This is 14 inches. So I'm going to hold it where the 14 inches stop. I will bring in my scissors and the cuts. Can you see? I'll bring in my scissors and cuts. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to sew the regilling boning to the tool. Okay, now you are going to come down by half-inch. Now if your tool net is not equal on the edge, it's very simple. Just try. Remember, this tool net is more than 15 inches in length. Okay, I purposely did it that way, so you can just trim off the edge this way. Can you see? After trimming off the edge, the next thing is to place it this way. Now you are going to come in by 0.5 inch. Okay, you leave 0.5 inch on this side. So you are going to leave 0.5 inch on this side. Then you are also going to come down from the edge here by 0.5. Now the next thing I'm going to do now is to take it here now and sew on this edge of the boning. See where you are going to sew on the boning. You are going to sew on this edge. See these tiny parts. Can you see? You are going to sew on the edge. Can you see the edge? You can see that white, this part. This is where you are going to sew on. Okay, so just watch me as I sew. So now I'm done. I'm going to cut out the excess and leave 0.5 inch allowance. Can you see? So this is it. Can you see? This is what we have after sewing. Can you see? Can you see it now? And the next thing we are going to do now is to wrap the tool wrap the bone with the tool. Okay, now how do you go about it? You see this big part, this part that there is enough tool, you are going to flip it underneath. Can you see? Can you see what I did now? You are going to flip it underneath this way. Can you see? When you flip it underneath, then you turn this bone, you turn it on the tool this way. Can you see? You turn it this way on the tool. After turning it this way on the tool, then you fold this tool. You are going to fold it twice. First fold and the second fold. Can you see? And you have this. Can you see? It's properly wrapped on this part. Then you turn it back to the right side. Can you see? I hope you can see this. Let me do it one more time. I want to repeat myself now. This big part, this part that you have enough tool, you flip it underneath this way. Then you also flip the boning on it like so. You can see. After that, you are going to fold this tool twice. Can you see? This is the first fold. Can you see the first fold now? Make sure the first fold, if you have enough tool, make sure the first fold, you can do it this way. Can you see? You fold it first, then you fold it again. Can you see now that it's properly, covered? Can you see? I hope you can see it. So you turn it back this way to sew. Can you see what we have now? So I'm going to hold it like so, as it is now. I'm going to hold it like so, and the next thing I will do is to bring in the top. Can you see? Now you are going to place it on that same area, that rough edge, the rough part. That is where you are going to place it on, because it has to cover the rough part. Can you see? So you place it on it this way, and make sure it's also on the same edge. Can you see? You have to leave your 0.5 inch allowance. Can you see where the boning starts here, so that when it is time to sew our sleeve on this part, it won't touch the bone? Can you see? So you are going to start from that point. Then I will sew on this edge here, just like we did, initially. So I will place it now, then I will sew. So as you are sewing, you have to keep folding the tool twice, okay, just like we did before we started. Can you see? On this rough part, you make sure you place it on it very well. That is why you need to trim the rough or the seam very well, and make sure it's very small, okay? So as you are sewing, make sure you are also turning the tool net, just like I've shown you. If there is any part you omit, just try to back forward the video, okay, so that you can understand it well. So you continue to fold it in. So can you see? You continue to fold it in like so. Can you see? You continue to fold it in. Then you spread your fabric very well, your top. Then you continue to sew. Can you see the way I'm doing it? You have to make sure that no part is packing underneath, okay? So you continue sewing. There is any part you can't wrap very well, make sure you can use your either your pin or anything to push it in well, okay? And make sure it covers the seam very well. Can you see the way I'm doing it? So you continue sewing. Can you see? So now I'm done. Now I'm going to turn it this way to sew the second edge here, okay? So I'll just turn it this way just to make it easier for me. So this is what we have now. Can you see now? Can you see what we have now? So it is neatly fixed. Can you see it now? Very neat and okay. Now that we are done, the next thing now is to insert the plastic boning. Now to insert the plastic boning, this is what you are going to do. I've already cut the bone I'll be using here. Can you see? It is the same length with the regular boning. So I'm going to insert it. Now before you insert it also, if you notice, I've already trimmed the edge. So to do this, just bring in your scissors, okay? You can just bring in your scissors and just do it this way. Just try to cut the sharp point, okay? The sharp edge, just cut it this way. Can you see? Just cut it this way and have something like this. Can you see? Just have something like this so that it can pass through it very well. So this is the one we fixed. So I'm going to insert it now. Now let me do it for you to see. Just put your plastic bone this way. Can you see? Now I've gotten it. Can you see? This is the top part. Can you see? So you push it in very well. So till it gets to this point here. Can you see? Can you see? Can you see now? It has gotten to this point, and this is where I actually want it to stop. Can you see? Because we still have 0.5 seam allowance there, even more than that. So can you see this part also? We still have our seam allowance here where we can sew on. Can you see? So that is it there, still made. And you can see how the boning is now. I also have a video on this, on how to make your boning relax well. Can you see how you can make it relax very well for you after sewing, that it won't it won't bounce up this way, but it's going to relax like this part of the back. Can you see how this one is? So you can also watch the video on how to make your boning relax very well after fixing it. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to like this video. Thank you so much, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that you'll be the first person to be notified when next I upload a new video. Thanks for watching. Bye.